What's up, world, and welcome to the 7-7. Well, today there was a big meeting between NFL executives, owners, player association executives, and players to discuss social issues. Now, I'm not going to go into details about the article. You could look it up for yourself. I'm not even going to put a link to it. You can just Google it and find and read different articles. But for the most part, all I saw in this article were the cliche phrases and statements. How the meeting was constructive, positive. Everyone listened to everyone else. Everyone respected each other's opinions on the matter, and that it was going in the right direction. Which to me, in other words, means nothing got accomplished. There's a bunch of guys who went into a room. The black players probably went in venting their frustrations about what's going on in the world, and the rich owners, the rich white owners, sat there, act like they was listening, and said, we hear what you're saying, and let's see what we can do to make things better. Basically, they want to come up with a way to stop the players from kneeling or protesting or raising black fists, or eventually just walking off the field and not playing in the future and costing them millions upon millions of dollars. But that's just my opinion. And I feel it probably was a do nothing meeting because, number one, Colin Kaepernick was not invited to attend the meeting. Now, this is the guy who spearheaded this whole movement over a year and a half ago, and is basically the face of this movement. So I would think that you would have the guy who started it all would be there so he can discuss with you what his problems are. But he wasn't there, so that shows me that this was a much ado about nothing type meeting. And number two, the NFL's anthem policy didn't come up either. So this lets me know that, like I say, these was just people just going back and forth talking to each other. It's kind of like a Sunday morning brunch. But I guarantee you, if meetings do continue, the anthem policy is going to have to come up. Because see, what these owners are going to do, in my opinion, they're going to listen to everything that the players have to say. Allow the players to get comfortable, allow them to feel good about the situation, make them think that they really are, making progress in this whole situation. And then in the end, the NFL owners are going to want to come up with a plan, or they probably already have a plan in place, to tell you the truth. Because these guys aren't billionaires for no reason. These guys have been businessmen for decades. So they know how to negotiate and to make money and to come out on top of any situation, especially a business situation. And this all evolves around business, around keeping the fans happy, keeping the sponsors happy, and keeping that revenue come in. Because people can say, oh, the NFL already has their money now. Yeah, they have the money now, but that money can stop. And the money they have now can only last for so long. It's just like if you live in, working a regular job, living check to check, got a few thousand saved up, you lose your job, you can survive for a little while, but you really need to quickly find another job because that money that you have saved up or built up, it's not going to last forever, and it's going to run out, and you're going to need to do something before that begins. But anywho, even with those 2 points I just made, why I feel like the meeting, meant nothing, one of the biggest statements that I'm reading, and I will quote, that lets me know that the point of racial and social injustice and police brutality was just a byproduct of this meeting is by this quote here. And I do quote, "Today, owners and players have had a productive meeting focused on how we can work together to promote positive social change and address inequality in our communities. NFL executives and owners joined NFLPA executives and player leaders to review and discuss plans to utilize our platform to promote equality and effectuate positive change. We agreed that these are common issues and pledged to meet again to continue this work together. Now that sounds all and well, but then this quote. As we said last week, everyone who is part of our NFL community has a tremendous respect for our country, our flag, our anthem, and our military. In the best American tradition, we are coming together to find common ground and commit to the hard work required for positive change, end quote. Now, what's the problem I have with that last statement? It's contradictory to itself. It's like reading an oxymoron or what have you. Because my question is, how can you speak for everyone and saying that everyone has tremendous respect for a country that allows racism and social injustice, a flag that represents racism and social injustice, an anthem that spoke of fighting for their own freedom, but yet talked about killing runaway slaves who were fighting for their own freedom too. But back to this flag real quick. It's funny. You protest about a flag, we protest now about a flag or the representation of the flag because for black people, it represents inequality in so many levels. You know what I'm saying? White America getting mad at that, but yet not even 50 years ago, 40 years ago, you see a picture or a video or a march of where these young black kids, walking down the street with American flags in their hands, and you got these elderly racial beings trying to snatch the American flag out of their hands because they did not want them to be part of white America. So my question is, what exactly do you really want? But anywho, I thought I just had to put that in there. But back to, let's see, the military. Yeah, we respect the military. So we all have families who fight in the military, for the freedoms of this country or what have the freedoms of themselves or what have freedoms of other people in across the world. Now, the powers that be, the government, now they may send the soldiers to other countries for different reasons, but the soldiers, they only do what they're told you. So, but yes, got complete respect for the military. So anyway, to conclude this little video, they say they're trying to come to common ground, find common ground, and commit to the hard work required for positive change. My question is, what would ultimately be the common ground? I have a feeling that it's going to sway into the owner's favor. I mean, it always does. But I feel that there really can't be much of a compromise inside the NFL. See, these players, you protest. I mean, you got some players who wasn't standing for the anthem in the first place, but then someone saw them and then somebody made a big deal out of it. Now it become a big national and worldwide news story. And now you got players that jumping on the bandwagon. Shoot, even myself, I haven't stood for the national anthem in I don't know how many years. But anyway, now you got players now that jumping on the bandwagon, but they claim they're doing it for, the social injustice for the same reason Colin Kaepernick is doing. So my thing is, I hope they stand firm to what they believe, and I hope more brothers, join in, because what you got to understand is, brothers, social injustice, the NFL is not going to stop it. The NFL is not going to stop police from shooting down brothers and sisters, unarmed brothers and sisters, just because they quote unquote fear for their life. And they're not going to continue to allow little white guys to kill police officers and arrest them and handcuff them, or allow them to shoot up a church and arrest them and just handcuff them and allow them to live. This stuff is not going to change. NFL is not going to change that. So my thing is, you want the country to change, yeah, this protest is going to have to last for a long time, and more people are going to have to join in, period, point blank. But kneeling for a flag, raise your hand in protest, raise your hand, raising a fist up in protest, that's not going to change anything. If you want to make big change, it always starts and ends with the pocketbook. You know, you stop playing. You know, if all the players come together, say we're not playing no more this season until well, I would say till Colin Kaepernick come back, but Colin Kaepernick don't need to come back. I mean, we pretty much know that I wouldn't come back if I was him because it's like it done got too far and got to a point to where you're making your statement. Now you got to be real with your statement, which is cool. I mean, that's what he needs to do, but it's going to come to a point that, like I say, players are going to have to sit out for some reason or other because of racism or what have you. We as the fans are going to have to continue to not watch games, to not buy NFL products, should even find their sponsors and not purchase any of their stuff either. I mean, this is a big movement. Like that Montgomery bus boycott movement. Shoot, once you get started, man, you can't end until you come out ahead. But really, it's not coming out ahead if you're still working for the man that owns you in the first place. In the end, your best bet is you're going to have to do our own thing. Back to the Montgomery bus boycott. Yeah, it was good that everybody marched and walked and didn't ride the bus until they made the white people, the bus owners, allow us to sit where we wanted to on the bus. But it'd have been a better thing if we'd had our own bus line. And same thing with these sports. You work for owners. These players, they play for owners. Everybody know they're in their 70s, 80s. We know these guys have got to have bigoted and some sort of racial tendencies. I mean, it's just natural. It's the country. I mean, I don't care how they hide it. You can get mad at what was his name, Donald Sterling, because he said it. I think he just got mad because he said it out loud. But I'm sure it's the way he talks is the way that a lot of these owners still feel. But once you put their business out there, then they gotta get rid of you. But it's not like he didn't get a big $100 million, $100 million settlement. So I mean, come on, it ain't like he lost at all. He just can't own any more black people for right now. But with all this protesting going on, we all realize no matter how long you prolong this farce or whatever you want to call it, in the end, we're going to have our own leagues, period, point blank. No, it won't start out being a $65 billion conglomerate empire like the NFL is now. But the NFL didn't start that way either. But you have to look at the future, your kids, your grandkids, your great-grandkids. What kind of legacy are you going to leave them? Are you going to leave a legacy of always complaining because a certain group of individuals don't respect you? They pay you good money, but they don't respect you. Is money the end all to be all? I hope not. I hope a lot of it is respect and honor, self-respect. But got enough people, got enough money where you can start something small, come together and start something small. Don't have to have just one person running everything, because the NFL don't have one person running everything. Shoot, Roger Goodell just the face of the franchise. The 31 owners actually run everything. So you can start something small and let it build over time. Invest in your sales over time, and it can grow into a great thing. It's been done since the beginning of time. And with that said, if you like the videos, like, subscribe, share. Hey, go to my Teespring page. I'm going to leave a link in the description. Check out the shirts I got. They're pretty nice, I think. Support the community, support the channel. Got big things coming. And until next time, peace.